Ixi, mano, essa aqui é
Era bem
polêmica.
crucial a gente descansar, né? Porque a gente chegou muito detonado. Mas...
They saw that Loud were coming in, limping, hobbling back from Belfast, jet-lagged, and they said, a chance to shit on them. Literally said in an interview at the beginning of the year, I joined this team because I thought I wanted to be on a roster that could win a championship. He left Loud to join Lev in order to win a championship.
But I really think this team is going to implode. Like, the streets have been talking. I've heard rumblings that, like, there's some...
Para você que quer comprar aquela skin do Valorant ou qualquer outro jogo da sua preferência, ou ter acesso aos melhores gift cards para todas as plataformas, apresento a vocês o Rei dos Coins. Lá você também pode personalizar o valor ideal para o seu gift card de acordo com a sua necessidade e ainda ganhar cashback em cima desse valor. Não perde tempo e acesse o reidoscoins.com.br. Fala galera, tudo bem com vocês? Nessa semana tivemos a primeira rodada do VST Américas, onde infelizmente a Loud estreou com derrota, perdendo por 2-0 para o time da NRG. E quem acompanha o cenário sabe que a Loud teve todo um problema com vistos, e os jogadores só conseguiram entrar nos Estados Unidos praticamente no dia da partida. E o Tuyz, após a partida, deu entrevista para o Mais Esportes e fez um breve desabafo sobre essa situação. E o Niang reagiu, saca só.
Foi pro Mais Esportes também?
Acho que...
bem curtinha. Ixi, mano, essa aqui é
Era bem
polêmica.
crucial a gente descansar, né? Porque a gente chegou muito detonado. Mas acho que contando com a espera na conexão ali, acho que deve ter demorado tipo umas 15, 16 horas a viagem.
Eles devem ter chegado cansados, viu,
foi meio
velho?
pica e a gente deu prioridade. A gente
Troquei uma ideia com o Matt, dono da PeoPleX.
Mais hoje mesmo, sabe? E
terminar essa aqui.
Então, foi meio pica e a gente deu prioridade em, tipo, em pensar o que a gente ia fazer mais hoje mesmo.
Cansado.
E é foda, tá ligado? Tipo, toda essa situação, parece que, tipo, a Riot também não tava a fim de ajudar nós, sabe? Tipo, não tava nem aí, então é isso, a gente fez o que deu. Eu acho que era bem crucial.
Mano, tu tá entrando no momento dele de adulto, hein, mano? Tu tá chegando no momento dele de adulto, tá falando o que tem pra falar, tá nem aí, filho. Mas foi complicado, cara, pensar que, pô, nem que o jogo deles saísse do sábado e viesse pra segunda, sabe? Isso já seria uma paradinha um pouco melhor, né? Mas fazer o quê? Tem coisas que foge do controle dos jogadores no geral, né?
Pois é, e hoje rolou mais um episódio do Play Chat, onde eles falaram sobre a estreia da Loud e também falaram bastante sobre a Leviatan, inclusive citando que, segundo os rumores, o clima lá na Leviatan não é dos melhores. Mas antes da gente conferir os trechos, peço que você confira se está inscrito aqui no canal. Mais de 50% das pessoas que assistem nossos vídeos não são inscritas, então confere aí e também deixa aquele like nesse vídeo.
They saw that Loud were coming in, limping, hobbling back from Belfast, jet-lagged, and they said, a chance to shit on them. They just smoked them second map, and it looked like Loud wanted to go home on Sunset. But the first one was very fun.
Loud were shooting in that first map. Holy shit,
I mean, the clutches in the first half were absurd from Loud.
Yeah, they won a 1v3, I think, with less, and then a 1v2 with somebody else that both broke the economy of NRG. And then, NRG ended up winning some clutches later on with Marv.
They ran out of gas, right, by map 2. You could see it watching them. Because with the shots they were hitting, and they were matching them pound for pound on Breeze, dude, they haven't had time to scrim or even touch the fucking game since, when did they say, like the 20th?
Since they,
since like the end of Madrid.
I think they literally said the 20th of March was the last time they had like
almost
actually
3 weeks ago.
That's crazy. That's like a massive deficit in terms of the time you've had to scrum and practice. It was just inevitable they were going to lose this game, like for sure. You have to cut them some slack for losing it, which I'm sure most people are. No one's really expecting them to win this one. But yeah, definitely. When we were watching, it was like, they've just petered out. They want to go to bed. Like in EU time, it was like 3 a.m. It's like they just want to go to bed. At this
it was
point.
A very late day as well. Yeah,
it was a really late day.
The first game was super long. They were the second match of the day. It ends up like, you got to cut them slack. But
I think this was the first map. Like I said, was like kind of like a heads up game where I think NRG kind of played them straight up, and Loud Loud just played Breeze really well. Sadak can call off rotations really well. They know the timings are on the map. Unlucky they lost both pistols. The second map, though, was just an absolute domination of this comp. It was like basically a team that could really pounce on another team that couldn't adjust a lot of the things that they had shown. And without a Senti, there's only so many things you can do. Like the opening half, and already I'm just like, dude, this is over. Like Lev is gonna win this shit 2-0. So when I saw Lev in the next 2 maps pick dog shit comps and just have horrible fundamentals, I was like, bro, how are they losing to Cloud9 with 2 new players? Like this is so unacceptable. This is so unacceptable.
Yeah, we were doing a co-stream, and we were, I think, round 3, round 5, round 7, like they got off to a really hot start, and we were like, this is over. Oh, Aspas popped knives in like a 5v3 or something.
Yeah, because by the way,
he put an ace all in post.
For context, for people who didn't watch this live, map 1 was a 13-7, and Aspas was plus 22. Like Aspas was absolutely fucking dominating them. And that was like, fine, okay, I mean, the ideas weren't super great, but at least they're owning. And then it just, the fucking horrific crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think last time I was on the show, I was like, the problem with this team is it's dubbed a super team. And I was like, where's the fragging going to come from? Where's it going to come from? Because I know it's going to come from Aspas and King, and you would expect Tex to be that third player. But historically, like Com and Mazzino, they are not fraggers. Like I don't know. I don't think Mazzino is meant for a super team. Like, I think he's a good support player, but on a team like this, where he's probably speaking a second language, in addition to the struggles he had last year, like, I'm going to keep it real. Like, I don't think this team is going to make playoffs. They're not going to make tournaments. They have so much work to do.
Playoffs.
No.
Was that your expectation coming into the year? Because that is really low.
No.
Is this your readjusted expectation?
It's my readjusted one. I didn't have them at 2 yesterday. Like when I saw you guys put them at 2, I was like, oh, there's no way they're 2. There's no way they're 2.
Who put them at 2?
I think on the broadcast you guys did it.
You guys did Mimi?
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
I immediately was like, "Ooh, I don't know about that."
That was one Christy Frierson, and he can take the blame for that one. Oh, but I will say I was rating them highly because I drank the Kool-Aid after kickoff. It wasn't great, but I liked some of the early ideas I was seeing. I thought there's a chance they're going to be good. I was like, I wouldn't say I was on board with 2. But I was still thinking ahead of this match that Leviatan could be like a top 4 team.
Because also
I was
in their
expecting them to
group,
come in and fuck.
Dude, in their group, who are they competing with? Like Loud, who
Exactly.
have got such bad scrim issues and like didn't have their visas in time, and then 100 Thieves, and like they actually have a winnable group if they had got their shit together.
No. Don't think about their group. Look at their strength of schedule. Look who they play next. They're fucked. They're actually screwed. They play Sentinels and NRG next. God. Like, this team is dead. And they fucked around with those comps, and they got burned. They fucked around and they found out, and they're about to be 0-3 and not make playoffs. Like, they're done. They're done. This team is done.
What about, in terms of done for playoffs? Sure. But do you think this team implodes as well? Because when you have that level of expectation, and Aspas literally said in an interview at the beginning of the year, I joined this team because I thought I wanted to be on a roster that could win a championship. He left Loud to join Lev in order to win a championship. That
he also wanted to play with Noswar as well, and that didn't work out.
I mean, he won the championship of money. He's winning that. He's probably got a lot.
Dude, the Lev bundle sales actually might be making up for it.
Yeah.
If he was getting a cut
of that.
I don't know. I think they need a change. They need some kind of change. If they negotiated
their contract right, they get a cut.
No trolling.
And Aspas specifically, I think, was supposed to get like a cut of jersey sales in Brazil or something.
Sure.
It was something like that.
That makes sense. But I really think this team is going to implode. Like, the streets have been talking. I've heard rumblings that like there's some things aren't all sunny. In the Leviatan camp. I don't know how true that stuff is, but looking from the outside, seeing them playing these weird comps, seeing them off-rolling Aspas, watching the game and looking at the player reaction cams, like you see Com trying to yap, like he's trying his hard. It's like, guys, we can just do this. And then it's just, you look at like Mazzino's camera, and it's just troll despair, staring into the void. It's like, the vibe does not look like it's there. They don't look like a team when they're playing in the server. I really think this is a roster that is Unless some magic happens with the current strength of schedule, with these next few matches, I feel like there's a strong likelihood that they fall apart before stage 2.
Yes,
this might be crazy, but a positive EV change, I think, would be Pancada coming in from Azino.
Yes, that would be a great change.
On smokes.
Yeah.
But also, then you're at risk of turning this team into like a very quite clicky if stuff doesn't go right again. So I can definitely imagine Pancada and Daspas going off, and I don't know. It's but I think it would be better than what they're currently running. Not to blame it all on Mazina, because it's clear, like you're saying, Sean, that the ideas aren't working either. They just don't have good ideas of what they want to do. On Ascent, I was just reminded when you were talking about the Sage walls. I'm pretty sure we saw Tex use his wall attack side when they were hitting the B side on Ascent to get into the window angle like 5 times and get pre-fired every single time.
Yeah, it's because the timing was so bad. The timing was so bad. You need to time it with the guy entering the site so you're in a high-low.
Yeah.
But like, if he's going up ahead of the hit, so I sent Kurt this clip. Look at this shit. Like, it's like, oh, look, guys, we're getting B main control. We threw a slow over the wall. Bro, you got shit. The KO rotates over. They don't have a main control. There's 5 in spawn. Like, the round is so readable. This is a dog shit round. Like, Cloud9 just were given the answers in some of the phases of this game. Like, I don't know. I am lacking hope right now for this team.
I liked what they did on some of their execs with, like, the slow Heaven got them the pistol round win, and there was another slow that they were doing that I can't remember what it was on their attack side too. But, oh, I mean, oh my lord, that rocket as well. I mean, like, how... Dude, it's so bizarre watching this team. It's like it's sucking the skill out of them. It really showcases, I think, that even when you put good players together, there's absolutely no guarantee that it works.
Vale lembrar que na entrevista, o Aspas cita sim que escolheu o Leviatan pois acreditava que era um time que teria condições de vencer o Champions. Mas a pergunta foi o porquê ele escolheu o Leviatan e não o porquê ele saiu da Loud. Então essa resposta tem zero relação com ele achar que a Loud não teria condições de vencer o Champions. Até porque a equipe brasileira ficou no top 3 da última competição. Mas deixa sua opinião sobre tudo isso aí nos comentários, deixa também aquele like, se inscreve aqui no canal para não perder nada. Aquele abraço, até o próximo vídeo.